welcome to Renovation Ranch. You can see the sun is already high in the sky this morning. That's because I'm filming 2 Abandoned Mansion episodes in one day because we're pouring concrete today, which you guys have already seen the whole concrete episode on the garage. But we're also installing some doors today, and they just are arriving on the truck. This is the guest room, the office. We're putting a door in here today. I said guest room and office because it's gonna kind of be both. This is the master bedroom. We are also putting the big door in here today. And this is the living room with this giant opening behind me that looks out on this giant view. And we are putting the door in that today as well. And you may remember this thing has steel in it, so we have these big columns here that go up to this big reinforced I-beam all the way across just to take the weight, because that is such a huge opening with no supports and supporting 2 stories and a roof above it. A lot of engineering went in to make this thing strong. That's a big accordion style door. The doors, just like all the windows in the house, are all from Sierra Pacific. We're super happy with the way all the windows turned out. So we wanted to get all of our big sliding doors from Sierra Pacific as well. This one, not sliding. This one is an accordion door. So it will open in the middle. It'll have a man door in the middle. So if I just want to walk out on my porch, I just open it like a regular door. Or I can unhook it and this side will accordion all the way over and that side will accordion all the way over, and you could drive the Humvee through here. Like, it will be so open. So on beautiful days, not like today, it's getting a little warm. Right now it's nice, but it's gonna be hot later. But on beautiful days, we open it up, let that breeze flow in. It's gonna be so good. And it'd be awesome to just have windows all across there too, unobstructed. No big columns supporting the middle or anything like that. Wide open, so we can see the wide open view. We interrupt your regularly scheduled broadcast because see that thing way up there? We're gonna try to do the same thing for the other side. It's really high and you can imagine that's really heavy. So we have this little portable winch, a little portable worn winch, like plugs into like a 110 outlet. So we're gonna plug her in and hook it onto this strap and try to drag this thing up this makeshift ramp without anyone getting seriously hurt. Then we'll be back to windows. So that's the little winch. How neat is that? That's pretty neat. Oh, look at that thing go. Pretty sure this is how the Egyptians did it, just these little bitty portable winches. So you probably noticed our window frame does not fit, our door frame does not fit in our hole. Luckily, we have the steel going up on both sides, but we have it furred in with a bunch of 2x4s, so we're just gonna pull those out and then the window frame should fit right up in there. We saw that, we were like, ew, we just had the wrong measurement and about 4 inches off. So a little bit of adjustment now. There's the new wall. So you can see next to our big metal column, we have a 2x4, and then we have a 1-inch board in here to trim it out. Now, people are gonna say, hey, this is not supported. You can't support it on that. This thing's actually all hanging. We can support it on nothing. We took everything out. It's all hanging, and that was all done prior. So these were just furring it out. They weren't actually supporting anything. So this board, I mean, look, there's nothing now holding that up. Still hanging up. Because it's hanging, it's not actually supported by this stuff. So this is the other side. We'll cut this sheathing a little bit, and then this thing should fit right in the hole now. Crisis averted. We're good, it fits. We just dry fit it in there to make sure that it fits in the hole that we made, which now it does. So now they can continue installing the window. We're in the master bedroom here. This one is done. So we have a slider here, nice and perfect. We have our master windows and doors in, and they're using the winch again to get this beam up to go across the front. Yeah, man, dude, I need to get me a little portable winch like that. That is the coolest thing I've ever seen. So the reason they're doing this, these two beams go like that, this one goes like this, and then there's gonna be posts underneath that holding everything up. So all these boards will be gone, and there'll be two big, nice looking posts there. Master bedroom is in. So you can see we have this big 3-panel system. This is a fixed window, this is a fixed window, this is a sliding glass door, and it's huge. So we're gonna get handles on them eventually. Beautiful. So that will have handles. That wood will all be stained. So we're not actually painting, we're going to be staining this. Be nice and pretty. All this will be stained as well. And on the outside, we have the black metal. So this should last forever. Look how nice this thing looks. Look at that view too. Just off the reflection, it's amazing. Oh, it's even better in person. Holy cow. And in the bedroom, we have these 3 big windows on one side and these 3 huge windows on the other side, letting tons of light into this bedroom. Same setup with the guest bedroom, except the door is a slight bit smaller, but still has the 3 panels. The one in the middle is operable as a door. Slides open just like that, and you can go outside onto the little guest porch over here. So pretty. But now the one you've all been waiting for. Meredith and I did not even know that this type of door existed. I mean, I guess we did, we just didn't think about it. We had planned on putting a 3-panel door right here and another 3-panel door right here, just like the ones that are in the bedroom, and having a wall in between them. Then we went to the builder show in Las Vegas, and we went by the Sierra Pacific booth, and we saw this thing. And we had already planned on using Sierra Pacific windows in the house, so that's honestly why we were checking out the booth. We were not even looking for these doors, but we saw this thing. We were like, this would just make so much sense on our back wall, and it would be so cool because of this view. So let me just kind of show you what this thing has. This has a normal door right here. If I just want to walk out on the porch like a normal person, I just want to go out right here. Normal man door, easy as that. But if, say, it's a beautiful day like today and we're having a bunch of people over and we want to be able to appreciate this view, the whole system opens up. Has a series of latches that you open up, and then the whole system accordions to the sides. And then we have an entire wall wide open so we can enjoy the view that this house has every single day. Well, every day that it's really pretty and not like normal Texas where it's a bazillion degrees. But early in the morning, like right now, amazing. So even with the doors closed, you get a fairly unobstructed view because there's no wall. It's just the door panels. But with them open, obviously, it's just incredible. It's just so crazy to have the entire living room wall just gone whenever you want. And these doors are the same. They have the wood on the inside and they have the black metal on the outside, so they will last forever. Just like all of our windows, they're all black metal on the outside, wood on the inside, so we can stain them, make them beautiful, matching our decor in the house. And then maybe it gets too cold, we gotta close up. You just pull them back in and the whole wall closes back up, just like that. And you might see we still have some cracks in here. It's missing the weather stripping. We have to get it all stained first before we put all the weather stripping on. So these doors are not 100% done. We need to stain them and then we'll get them all sealed in properly. But just in case you were like, hey Matt, that's a pretty big gap there. Yeah, that's supposed to be like that and it will be fixed later. I'm going to link this door and just Sierra Pacific in general. Just blew down as soon as I started filming. There we go. Because we've been super happy with the windows. Everything went really well. Install on windows and doors went really well. So I am just pumped that we have all this stuff going in the house. This door was one of those details that we considered not doing in the house just because of the trouble we had to go to. Like there's no supports here. So we had to span that gap with this post and then this huge I-beam. We had to get an engineer to come tell us what size of everything to put in there to make sure that we can span that gap since there is 2 stories there. So that was something that we were like, man, is it worth the time? And we were just like, yeah, like look at that view. We had to go the extra mile on this just because that view deserves it. It's so crazy. And so Meredith and I were like, yep, we're doing it. We have to figure out a way to put this giant accordion door in there. And I'm so happy. Now that we've done it, like it's like a no-brainer. It's like obviously we had to do this. It just looks so good. One really interesting fact that I learned about Sierra Pacific while working with them that I thought was pretty cool is all of the wood that's used in their doors and windows is actually grown by them. They actually control over 2 million acres of timberland. And so when they cut trees down to make their windows out of them, they go in and plant more trees because they want to continue that process. So all these trees are, I guess, ethically harvested is the way to say it, where they will chop them down and replace them. So they're not actually taking any trees out of the population. They have 2 million acres of land where they grow timber and then they replace it, which is pretty crazy that they planted the seed that grew that board right there. And then they turned it into a window. I thought that was pretty neat. I don't think there's that many companies that can say that about their wood they use. Outside, you can see we got this thing all put together. Almost. There still needs a little bit of something right there, but look at this. This is going to really make the front of this house look good. If you guys have been watching from the very beginning, you'll remember this thing did not have a roof over the front porch. It had a porch here, and then it had a big hole for a big door and a huge castle-like wall right here. And it looked really cool, but just not our style. And we wanted something that looked a little more kind of this area's style and not so much castle-like. Though I do like the castle, this is just much more fitting for what we had envisioned for this house. You can see these big posts and big beams and all beautiful wood. God, that looks good. We also have been up to something else. The new garage slab, you'll notice, does not have the forms on it anymore. They're off. We have a slab. It's all hardened, all good to go. Yeah, man. What's that? Oh my goodness. Is this framing boards? Does that mean that we are about to start actually framing the garage? Yes, it does. As you can see, we have started framing the garage. It's happening. It's freaking happening. Is the vault good though? I mean, it was just a metal box and we poured 5 feet of concrete on top of it. Did it survive? I'm sure it's fine. I would go in now, but it's all taped up because we don't want rainwater going in this thing, so just gonna leave it for later. Keep my fingers crossed. I'm sure it's good. But do you know what else is good? The view from the master bedroom. Look at this beautiful day out here. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for watching another episode of Renovating an Abandoned Mansion. I appreciate your time, and we have a lot of big things planned, a lot of big things coming, and I want you guys to be there. Thanks for watching Off the Ranch. I love you, and I'll see you next time.